Imagine being trapped deep underground, suffocated by the weight of the earth with no way out. This is not a scene from a horror movie, it's the real-life nightmare of Floyd Collins, a man whose love for exploring caves led him to a tragic and chilling fate. His story is one of hope, despair, and the horrifying realization that sometimes nature doesn't let go. The tale of Floyd Collins isn't just about a single man's misfortune. It's a haunting reminder of the limits of human courage and the unpredictable dangers lurking beneath the surface. This is the story of a caver who met one of the worst deaths possible, and how his plight captivated the world. Who was Floyd Collins? Floyd Collins was born on July 20th, 1887, in Kentucky, USA. He grew up in a rural area surrounded by limestone caves, and his fascination with these underground labyrinths began at an early age. By the time he was an adult, Floyd had become an expert caver, known for his bravery and skill in navigating the treacherous underground world. But Floyd wasn't just exploring for fun. He had a dream. He wanted to find a cave so impressive that it would attract tourists, helping to lift his family out of poverty. Little did he know, his passion for discovery would lead to one of the most harrowing tales in American history. In January 1925, Floyd set his sights on Sand Cave, a relatively unexplored and narrow cavern system near his home. Unlike the larger, more famous Mammoth Cave nearby, Sand Cave was tight, dangerous, and unpredictable. Floyd believed that if he could find a more accessible and magnificent part of the cave, it could become a major tourist attraction. On January 30th, Floyd ventured into Sand Cave alone. He squeezed through narrow passages, his oil lamp flickering in the suffocating darkness. After hours of exploration, he discovered a promising new chamber. Excited by his find, Floyd began to make his way back, but tragedy struck. As he tried to climb back through a particularly tight passage, a large rock dislodged and pinned his leg. Floyd was trapped, unable to move, in a space so confined that even breathing became a struggle. At first, Floyd believed rescue was only a matter of time. He shouted for help, his voice echoing weakly through the cavern. Hours passed, and eventually his brother Homer heard his cries. But when Homer reached the scene, he realized the gravity of the situation. Floyd was trapped deep within the cave, with barely enough room for a single rescuer to crawl through the narrow passages. Word spread quickly, and soon a massive rescue effort was underway. Volunteers, miners, and engineers from across the state arrived, determined to save Floyd. However, the cave's treacherous layout made the operation a logistical nightmare. Rescuers had to navigate through tight, claustrophobic tunnels, risking their own lives with every attempt. As the rescue effort dragged on, the story of Floyd Collins captured national attention. Reporters flocked to the site, transforming the area around Sand Cave into a chaotic media circus. News of Floyd's plight spread like wildfire, and millions of Americans followed the updates with bated breath. One journalist, William Burke Skeets Miller, even ventured into the cave to interview Floyd. His first-hand accounts of Floyd's courage and suffering turned the trapped caver into a national hero. But despite the public's growing fascination, time was running out. The rescuers faced numerous challenges. The narrow passages made it nearly impossible to bring heavy equipment into the cave. Attempts to widen the tunnels often led to cave-ins, further complicating the mission. Meanwhile, Floyd's condition worsened. He was cold, dehydrated, and in excruciating pain, but he clung to life, holding on to the hope that he would be freed. After several days, the rescuers decided to dig a new shaft directly down to Floyd's location. It was a race against time, but the process was slow and dangerous. As the days turned into weeks, hope began to wane. On February 16, 1925, after 17 grueling days, rescuers finally reached Floyd, but their worst fears had come true. He was dead. The exact cause of death was never definitively determined, but it's believed that Floyd succumbed to hypothermia, dehydration, or suffocation. His body remained trapped in the cave, as removing it was deemed too risky. For his family and the countless people who had followed his story, Floyd's death was a devastating blow. The man who had once dreamed of turning Sand Cave into a tourist attraction had become its most tragic resident. Floyd's death left a lasting impact on the world. In the years following the tragedy, Sand Cave became a morbid tourist attraction, with visitors coming to see the site where Floyd met his fate. His body was eventually recovered in 1929 and reburied near the cave, only to be stolen years later and later reinterred at Mammoth Cave National Park. The story of Floyd Collins also highlighted the dangers of cave exploration, leading to improvements in rescue techniques and safety protocols. But more than anything, Floyd's story became a symbol of human perseverance, courage, and the harsh realities of nature. Floyd Collins's death stands out as one of the most horrific in history, not just because of the physical suffering he endured, but because of the psychological torment. Trapped in total darkness, Floyd had to confront his mortality, knowing that rescue might not come in time. The slow, agonizing nature of his demise is what makes his story so haunting. The situation also highlights the fragility of human life when faced with the immense power of nature. Despite the best efforts of hundreds of people, Floyd's fate was sealed by forces beyond anyone's control. Floyd Collins' story is a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Even in his darkest hours, Floyd showed remarkable courage and resilience. His tragic end serves as a sobering reminder of the risks adventurers face in pursuit of discovery. Today, Floyd's name lives on as a legend in the world of caving. His tale continues to captivate and inspire, proving that even in the face of unimaginable suffering, the human spirit can shine brightly. The man who sought to uncover the wonders of the underground ultimately became a part of its history, a legacy carved in stone. If you like this story, don't forget to subscribe our channel.